Hello, Anthony SanFilippo, Delaware County Daily Times, along with columnist Jack McCaffery, following Game 1 Eastern Conference semifinals between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Boston Bruins. And Jack, this was an ugly one tonight.
All right, at the end of it, okay, good job.
That's it. We're done.
Thank
7-3. Boston just obliterated the Flyers. Flyers just looked like they couldn't be on the same sheet of ice with
They didn't show up to play, and they don't often show up to play early in a round, and it's going to bite them again. It bit them against Chicago last year when they put up 5 goals and gave up 6. It's it's a crisis, and they obviously do not prepare for early in the rounds, and it's going to hurt them this time.
I'm going to say this, for the 4th time in 8 games in this playoff, they've had to pull the starting goal.
Yeah.
Now, maybe the first time that it wasn't all on the goal. This time it seemed like everybody else was just really bad in front
Everybody
of them.
had a piece, and they admitted it, and they were down there. They seemed to be arguing it. Nobody argued back. You know what? You guys are right. There was plenty of blame to go around. There were a couple that Boucher should have had, but that's hockey. It wasn't all his fault tonight.
And when you look at it, maybe it's just, this team was thinking, oh, well, we were able to come back against Buffalo. We were able to take, impose our will against that Sabres defense, get a ton of shots on Ryan Miller. This Boston team is not the Buffalo Sabres.
Laviolette said something ridiculous the other day at practice. He was mentioning about how he doesn't believe in playoff momentum. He only believes in desperation. And I said to him, well, how do you create desperation? He says, well, the team that loses game 1 will be desperate, or something to that effect.
Right,
Paraphrasing, but that's what he said. It was the most outrageous statement I have ever heard from a coach in any sport prior to a playoff game.
But now they have to be.
Now they're desperate now.
Now
Aren't they lucky?
have to be the desperate.
Congratulations, you're desperate.
There you go. That was just for you, Peter. So now Game 2 comes Monday night. Obviously, the Flyers have to. It's almost a do or die because you know how much Boston wants to win this series.
You split them here, and you've seen worse.
Right.
Yeah, you win Monday night, then it's going to be a long series, and you play it out.
But you can't get down 0-2.
You cannot get down 0-2 to that team. They're too big.
Boston made a lot of changes from last year. When you look through the lineup, they have 8 or 9 guys that are different from last season, and a lot of them made contributions tonight. Brad Marchand had 2 goals for them.
They physically outplayed
Dennis
the Flyers all over the
Seidenberg
place.
played really well to set up the first 2 goals for Boston. So it's not the same Boston
He's
Bruins.
a pretty good defenseman.
He's not a good defenseman. They should never let him go. How about Mark Recchi?
Yeah, well, we
I
thought
called
they
him
were going to come back.
He does it again.
Methuselah just said, what are you looking at my beef for?
Exactly. Well, anyway, Game 2 will be here Monday night, back here at the Wells Fargo Center, and we'll be here, Jack, to see what the Flyers
See the desperate Flyers.
See the desperate Flyers. For Jack McCaffery, I'm Anthony SanFilippo saying thanks for tuning in.